Studios.
Okay.
All right.
Commercial now.
Testing, 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 testing. You in the building?
I'll see it. Live.
All right, we live, man. Peace and Black Power, family. Welcome to another Sonetta TV House of Consciousness production. We are live on Sonetta Studios. I have my beloved brother Polight. What's happening, man?
Peace to the family. Great to see you. Great to see you guys. I always miss being on YouTube when I take those hiatus. And I'm excited, man. You know, I got the newborn baby. We've been doing the
let's
name.
Talk about that, man. First thing, let's go. How old is the baby? About 2 weeks?
That's right. Father's Day made the 2-week birthday. Father's Day.
Wow.
So 2 weeks.
Wow. Beautiful, brother. That's what's up. To let the people know you had a beautiful baby girl.
That's right. And you know who helped deliver the baby? You know
Queen
who helped bring the baby in? Who?
Queen of Four.
That's right. Queen of Four helped bring the baby in this world. So shout out to Moms for doing that right there. You know, I delivered my aunt, and she delivered Nefertari.
Oh, man. Beautiful, brother. Before we go any further, remember I kept telling you, now the video is up and you can go and check it. Remember I kept telling you, Goods bodied your man.
Oh, my God.
Goods bodied your man.
Going Cassidy?
I mean,
Cassidy. And you were saying, nah, brother, I heard people saying this. Now when you go back and look at the video, you see the people in the audience leaving. You see them booing him. And I checked out the video, and let me say, I seen a lot of people going in on Goods saying Cassidy won, but them people is not battle rappers. I could tell they not battle rap fans because they crazy to say Cassidy beat Goods when you looking at the goddamn battle. Did you check it out again, Polight?
Yeah, and I didn't check it out to see if people walked out. The purpose of the replay value is to see
the bars.
The bars. To deal with
and it was garbage. It was corny.
Nah, I don't think Cassidy bars was garbage. I'm rolling with Goods. I love Goods.
Okay.
He's one of my favorite battle rappers, actually. You know, for different reasons. But what I'm going to say is, Cassidy.
See, look at the people in the chat. They all saying Cassidy. They not battle rap fans. They don't really know, man.
Nah, you know, you got the right to your opinion, but to condemn a whole community of people to tell them they don't know what they know. I mean, I'll tell you this: when you replay it, Cassidy campaign gets greater when you replay it because what you're not going to make a mistake on is how great Goods bars was the first time around. Goods bars stuck with me, so I didn't really see something new on the replay value that I didn't already see that he did in real time. Cassidy bars now, because of all the damn distractions, you're gonna wind up missing some of the things, just getting caught up in the hype and the energy, that when you go to the replay, he said a lot of things that you may have missed out on just because of the crowd's distractions. And so that may give people more the impression that Cassidy not only did better than they thought he did, but may have even won. But for me, I think it's just a matter of preference. You know, styles make fights. It's just like boxing. And it depends on what your preference is. That's what that kind of, theirs is very unique because Goods is not your typical battle rapper. And Cassidy is not your typical battle rapper, but he's a battle rapper more so than Goods would be a battle rapper, but in a different era. Right. So that the combination of those two is very interesting, man. That's why I understand either side of the argument.
See, I mean, you can't really argue until I was there. I seen it. The people, Polight, was rolling with Cassidy at the beginning. They was all rolling with Cassidy. When that joint went on at round 2, the people started rolling out. They was like, oh my God, what the hell is Cassidy talking about? What is he doing? See, so I'm judging the crowd and the audience and the fans of battle rap because this is what they do. It's like when you getting into the battle rap consciousness. When we consciously battling, we know who's going to win that battle. Like you got, let's say you got Brother Polight and Michael Edwards, and you got people, oh man, Michael killed them. But people that know the knowledge know that's impossible. Polight 3-0 that nigga. Polight bodied them. See, because we know. That's what I'm saying. The people in the audience know. Goods bodied them straight up. Straight up. Cassidy died. Rest in peace. See, the real people know, man.
Damn.
Cassidy, to me, it was corny, Polight. It reminded me of the old school rap. And it was too damn long. That's what made it boring. His shit started getting boring and boring as he talked. Long and corny.
Man, I hear you. Yo, Sock.
Yeah.
Is that your internet or my internet? Because your face is not even coming up.
I know. I got my my joint on. Yeah, that's mine. I got my joint on.
Your internet is shaky?
No, I got it blocked for a minute. That's all. That's your stuff. You know how your joint is.
Okay.
You know, you still ain't messing with the you know, the Ethernet.
No, I'm
Yeah, you
I'm
still
over
don't
by
mess
mom's
with the
crib.
Ethernet, man. I don't know what this is gonna do to make you get the right
That's
thing.
not true. That's not true.
Yeah, it is true. But anyway, brother, before we go into the topic of this discussion here, have you heard anything from the Loaded Lux Verb battle?
That was a classic battle to me. I'm mad at both of them, but that was a classic battle.
Well, I spoke to both of them right after the battle. Let me tell you what Loaded Lux told me. Loaded Lux told me for once he couldn't believe that A-Verb had the majority of the crowd, even though it was in an unbiased situation, meaning in Houston, A-Verb had the majority of the people, of the fans in Houston. I'm like, what? He said, "Sir, I kid you not, man. I couldn't believe it." He said, A-Verb had the audience, brother. What did you see when you watched it?
I mean, people, they pushing the campaign for A-Verb to get his respect, so I'm with that. But
yeah.
I looked at it, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. If they say 2-1 either way, I get it. If they say 2-1 either way, I totally get it. I got Lux 2-1, but I can understand if they say Verb 2-1. But again, it's a matter of style. Lux to me had better personals and more personals. And his schemes, I don't even think Verb was scheming as much, but all around the overall point system has to go to Lux because his bars was tailor-made for A-Verb. A-Verb's bars to Lux could have been said to other people. And I know in battle rap, that's one of the things we scoring on. One of the things we scoring on is, does this sound like it's tailor-made for the opposition? Not for anybody. And Lux, you can tell his was made for A-Verb. You can tell that his schemes were off the chain. Very elaborate. Lux gave you a lot of replay value. Like, you literally got to play his joint back just to catch some of the stuff he was saying, because he had some bars, like that verbatim bar that went over people's head. That was crazy. The you may be Showtime, but not at Apollo. That was a crazy bar. Like, yo, he was going in. Lux was going in. But I tell you this, Verb got his ass booed first round, and he deserved it. And Lux got his ass booed third round, and he deserved it. And then the second round, they both gave us a classic second round. So that's why I said it could be 2-1 either way. But I think Lux first round really did the work. But no way in hell did Lux get the third round. Verb got that third round. Lux was venting about something that was important to him, but not important to the audience. And it took too long to get it off. And then Verb, he always start off slow and be talking about how important the battle is going to be and who Lux is. I don't even know if he was really rhyming the first 2-3 minutes. It sounded like he was just kind of venting.
So give it a draw.
He got booed.
So why not a draw? We never had a draw in battle rap.
I like to pick winners, but if there ever was a case for a draw, that was definitely a draw. If there's ever a case for a draw. But if I got to pick somebody, Luck's first round to me was way more potent than Verb's, because Verb took too long to start. But he was cooking that first round. When he got going, he was cooking. And then the second round, you could toss that up. But I think Luck, they both did a classic second round. Both their second rounds was a slugfest. I just think personally, Luck's second round edged him. And because I say edge, that's why I have to keep it real and say if someone told me Verb won 2-1, I get it. For the people saying 3-0, anybody on either side saying 3-0 is full of shit and they biased. But if they say 2-1, most people are going to tell you if it's 2-1 in Verb favor, they're going to say 2-1, Verb in the second and the third. And if they say Lux 2-1, they're going to say Lux in the first and the second. I guarantee you that. I guaranteed you that.
Okay, so let's get right caught up to date. Hidden Colors 5, the art of black warfare. Black warfare. First of all, Brother Polight, how did this come to be, brother? How was you able to get on Hidden Colors 5, brother? Let's talk about that.
All right. I got on. That's an interesting scenario because firstly, Tariq had already reached out to me. I didn't know because I began so many dang messages, man. He even reached out to me through Instagram, it was. However, then I just got off the phone with Floyd Mayweather. That's what's funny, just before this interview. That's why I was a few minutes behind, because he was having a debate. He's a funny person. So what happens is I was heading to Dubai to get up with Floyd, and I was staying in New York because I knew I was going to be going to Ghana, and I knew I was going to be going to Dubai, and I knew I was going to be back and forth. So I decided to fly out from New York because it'd be more convenient to do so there than it would be in Cali. And I needed to, just pick up some lost time with some friends and family that was in New York because I haven't been there in so long. And so me coming to New York, I connected with you, and you was like, yo, P, let's get back to what we do. The heck with all the negativity and all that other stuff. Come through, do an interview, and let's make it happen. So I come to Jabari's crib to connect with you, Sa, and I bumped into Tariq Nasheed, and we started building. And to me, I didn't even know when I was going over there, he was interviewing Jabari. That was what was interesting about it. And then so but didn't I say, yo, Tariq is on his way to Jabari? Did I say anything like that? I don't remember. You most likely did, or you probably didn't, because I think I was a little shocked because I was focused on what I was going to do. You might even mentioned it, and it probably went over my head. But when I got to Jabari's crib, I was like, okay, oh wow, Tariq's here. I said, that's dope. And he was like, yeah, he's doing the joint with Jabari. I said, man, you helped put Jabari on that. Admit that. But I was like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? I said, this man just came out and he's on Hidden Colors. I know Jabari been doing his work, so I'm not undermining his years of work. But you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as the Sinetta audience concerned, a lot of us just met him on your platform, on your page. So I thought that was a major come up. That was very fast because a lot of people have been dealing with you for years and they haven't made it to Hidden Colors. And I think Hidden Colors is an excellent opportunity that normally is given to people who made a name for themselves for many years over. So I said, oh, shoot, that's what's up. So we set it up, built a little bit. He went his way, I went my way. He reached out to me through the DM. I didn't know until I bumped into him again the next day because I went to check Queen.
In Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn, because, I'm going to check Queen of Four because that's Mom's right there. So I'm not going to come in town and not see Mom. So I go check to see how she doing health-wise and everything like that, if she need anything. And I go to her crib and I bump into Tariq again because he got Queen there. So I said, oh, shoot, that's wild. And he's like, yo, I was trying to reach out to you, Polight. I'm like, oh, man, you know what? I just see your DM right here. I said, man, take my number, stop this DM stuff. He's like, man, couldn't get you. So we start building. And then he was like, yo, yeah, I want to get you on here. And that's how it worked out. So it's so wild. I was only in New York for probably 5 or 6 more days before I head out to Dubai. And I bumped into Tariq not once, but twice in a row. One between Harlem when he's interviewing Jabari and another in Brooklyn when he's interviewing Queen of Four. And all the while, I was really supposed to just link up with you to do my interview, which I did with you at Jabari's house that evening. And then you was even supposed to do a follow-up interview with Queen of Four the following day. But she wound up doing the interview with Tariq Nasheed. And then I wound up doing one subsequently thereafter, you know, on the porch. And that's how that happened. It was just, I guess it was meant to be, because without phones, it was still going to go down regardless. Because who was in Tariq 2 days in a row, 2 different places?
What do you think about the cast of Hidden Colors?
Oh man, I think the cast of Hidden Colors is amazing. Is David Banner in it? I think he's in it.
Yes, David Banner's in there.
Ice-T. Dame Dash is in there. Michael J. White. He's like the martial artist. He was in the Tyler Perry films and everything like that.
Yeah, Shahrazad Ali.
Yeah, Queen of Four.
The Muslim guy.
Yeah, the Muslim guy. And Brother Jabari.
Yes.
And I think that's it. And it might be somebody else. Pardon me if I don't recall. But because I ain't see the film yet. You know what I'm saying? I only could go over the trailers and stuff and what I know personally. And I think it's dope, man. I think it's real dope. And that cast is very different. I like it because it's diverse in the sense that the backgrounds of the people, some of them would be considered celebrities. I think we all consider celebrities in our own genre.
So now, being that you said celebrities, let me ask you, do you think it's becoming too commercial because of the celebrities that is in the Hidden Colors film?
You know, that's a good question. I don't think so, though. I like the direction of it, especially if it's about marketing. I like the direction of it. Because if it's about marketing, then what we can say from that is this, that you're pulling in different audiences, and the audience that we want to get to come into the fold would be the people in the industry, because they're the ones who are considered to be lacking in knowledge of self. They're the ones that's considered to be lacking in knowledge of health. They're the ones that's considered to be more superficial or more materialistic. So I think it's very powerful that we got people that's part of the sports, music, and entertainment industries, particularly the film industry and the music industry. I think it's real powerful to have them available to us, that they afforded themselves the opportunity to get on a Hidden Colors platform. Because when people see that they're in tune with this information, it'll give them more inclination to be in tune with it as well. So I believe at every stage of the battle, we have to get to the point where we could appeal to people in the celebrity community at some point or the other.
Can you, Brother Polight, state the name of this documentary coming out, Part 5, Hidden Colors? What is the theme?
The Art of Warfare. It's the Art of Warfare, right?
Oh, okay, it ain't Black Warfare. It's the Art of Warfare.
Yeah. The Art of Black Warfare.
So now, you know, being that you say the Art of Black Warfare, what does this say to the morals that's looking in this? And, you know, a lot of people that don't associate with just being black, what do you think they gonna be saying about that? These brothers still lost. Why are they talking about black warfare? What the hell is black warfare? So the Art of Black Warfare, what does this mean and represent, Brother Polight?
I'll tell you this. They should still be responsive to the information. Despite their grievances with us using the word black, they should be mature enough to be able to say, you know what, I see where they're going with it. And guess what? And it's no disrespect to the Moors, anybody else that have an issue with the word black, but the Moors don't have a Hidden Colors out. They don't have a Hidden Colors type platform.
Right.
They haven't leveraged their network and opportunities to which end, or to the extent where they're able to put out films on a big screen and control the narrative. Okay, so they should still pay homage and give a great deal of respect, because it's not an easy task getting this film to be in over 20 cities and over 20 theaters to come out on July 31st and also August 1st, July 31st being my daughter's birthday. It's very hard task put before us. So we shouldn't overlook the loaf for some crumbs. What I mean by that is you look at pigeons in New York and you'll see someone throwing a lot of bread out and there'd be a whole loaf over there, but the pigeons will fight for the crumbs. There'd be 4 or 5 pigeons fighting for the crumbs and the whole loaf is over there. So be that as it may that they may have an issue with the word black, the overall concept is that there's a lot of powerful information being put forth on a big screen level that affords many people the opportunity to get this information that under traditional circumstances, they would never get this information. But when it's on a big screen, a lot of people would go out there and catch this information and then share the information, as in the case of all the previous Hidden Colors. So I think this is a very, very viable opportunity for our people because of the subject matter being the art of Black warfare. That in itself makes you come to terms with what's going on in today's society. And again, the different people that's speaking, I think is powerful because you have people from the music industry, people from the film industry, people from the conscious community, people coming from a health disposition, people coming from a historical disposition. So you got all these different people from these different backgrounds, from different persuasions, breaking down the art of Black warfare. You're going to come up with a nice combination of ideas and aesthetics that'll be presented to you that should reform and remold your thinking for the better good.
Mm-hmm. Yo, you know what I noticed as I'm watching the trailer of Hidden Colors? I noticed that there are people going against Tariq Nasheed. There's people coming at you, Brother Polight. There are people coming at Ice-T. There are people coming at Brother Jabari. One person even said some crazy shit about Jabari.
Yeah, I see
like, God damn. What's your thoughts on that? When they see our people moving up and trying to do something for the benefit of our people, they still try their best to tear you down and condemn it. What's your thoughts on that, brother?
Well, you know, I believe it comes with the territory. You know, as I always tell people, I deal with it from a mathematical standpoint. So I deal with on the law of average. Me having videos that's done over 30 million views, I would say to myself, if I did a class and 30 people got reached and missing me doing the class, and 3 people are entitled to not like what I did, even to the extent of trolling or making a lifelong ambition to stop me from what I'm doing because they may have a difference in religious view or spiritual view, political view, economic view. And some people are zealous like that. And then 300 people not feeling what I'm talking about, 30 people may become my detractors. And likewise, 3,000 people, 300 people may not feel me. 30,000 people, 3,000 people may not feel me. 300,000 people, 30,000 people may not feel me. You know, and then 3 million people, 300,000 people may not feel me. Now, then you say, oh, man, so some people may say, man, Polight, but you got a lot of people say bad things about you. But I'm like, if we take that 10%, let's say just 10% of everybody I talk to don't feel me. Okay, let's say out of every 3,000 people, it's all right if 300 people don't feel it because 2,700 people will. So out of every 3 million people, it's conceivable that maybe you have 300,000 people that don't feel you. Should I disregard the 2.7 million people that do? Do I overlook the 2.7 million people that are feeling me for the 300,000 people that are not? And then now can I come to terms with the fact that, yeah, I may have hundreds of thousands of people that don't feel me to the extent that they want to make a career out of tearing me down, but it can't match and it's unparalleled to the 2.7 million. And are these numbers legitimized? Yes, they are, because I have more than 3 million people in this lifetime and then even in this year. So with everybody else that's there, it's consistent with reality. One, there's people that's hired to literally sway people's judgment and create a narrative about people. 2, there's self-hate that's embedded in us genetically because we've been raped by the white man for so many years, literally, particularly the women. That, not to say that he wasn't a violent homosexual as well, but we want to consider the fact that if you're just like your mother and you're just like your father, what happens when the adulterated sperm comes into play? What happens when you become just like your slave master father? Not for 1 year, but for hundreds of years over. then at that point, we might have to say, not everything that looks black is black, or not everybody that looks like an American African of the diaspora is the American African of the diaspora based on complexion. And that their self-hate may be an application of a DNA that has its inception in us being raped perpetual. And so when I consider those things, it makes perfect sense that our people would work so hard against their own people when opportunities like this are really designed to prevent the self-hate. We'll see that it incites something in us to hate each other even more. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. You know,
Yep.
Every time we get an opportunity to organize, something inside of some of our people says we have to stop that. And that, to me, is the oppressor that exists in their DNA. And those forces being made applicable in real time. And even though, like I said, we're looking at a fully melanated person, or what appears to be a Nubian, what appears to be the original man or the original woman, something inside of them has to stop our unity. Something inside of them has to stop our mobilization. So when I see them talking about Tariq Nasheed, I always say to myself, if you believe he shouldn't be doing what he's doing, then replace him. Put another one there that does it. Don't ever tell us to take down somebody that's putting in that work and not have an option for us to replace that person. And the same thing goes for everybody else that took the time out to risk their livelihood in a film that's going to be seen on the big screen, several cities and several theaters over, talking about the art of Black warfare. Everything else that's hitting theaters for the rest of this year, next year, the year after, and the years after that to come will not match up to, one, the expectation, and two, the criteria as it relates to Pan-Africanism or Black nationalism. This is a film that's going out historically documenting what it means and represent to facilitate the art of Black warfare. In this, you will have facts being disseminated to the world. The world will be put on notice. The things that have been done to push us back as a people and the remedies thereof. That's not traditional film on TV. Normally, the Black man's cheating on his wife, beating his wife. She's being promiscuous. She's in out of relationships. She's making more babies than she could afford. He's a criminal. And in the middle of all of that, and now we've won some roles being demons now. Now we finally get to be demons too in movies. Okay, let's shout out that. You know, we get to be the bad guy too now. In the middle of all of that, we get to be some superheroes now. You know, that's pretty dope. We get to go into fantasy world and be great. That's dope too. But in the middle of all of that, we actually got a historical novel coming to screen, so to speak. We actually get factual premises presented to us as a people, where people can take notes and make sure they're not being led astray. And then to come to a realization, a self-realization that they need to do more for themselves, their family, their neighborhood, and community overall. No other film is going to be like that on the screen. Not next year or the year thereafter. Unless it's probably Tariq again.
Right.
So wake up, bro. This is dope. This is history in the making. And not only do you have that subject matter, but the type of people that's bringing that subject matter come from such diverse backgrounds that you have to receive it as such and say, man, this is legendary. This is a milestone in Black history that in this day and time, we can have this type of film on the big screen.
All right. Brother, first of all, let me let the people know tonight at 8 o'clock, I will be airing the program with me and Brother Eric Muhammad. Make sure y'all get on over there and watch that, y'all. Make sure you subscribe. Click the bell to Black News 102. Brother Savage Reese, thank you, my brother. Can you put that in the chat room so the people can be prepared? Click on Black News 102, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Good, there it go. It's in the chat right now. I will be airing it. Some of y'all ain't gonna get notified, so you know you got to hit that bell so you know we're gonna be live tonight at 8 o'clock over there, and we're gonna air the 4-part series that I got, and then tomorrow will be part 2 of the rest of the series that I got with the brother. And when I tell you he's going in, he's going in. So, Brother Polight.
Yes, sir.
Why is Hidden Colors so very important today, brother? Why is this one important?
This one is important because, like I said, first and foremost, you won't find any other film on the big screen that's going to cover the subject matter, especially one that doesn't present it as though it's fiction. You know, people don't have to leave in contemplation about the legitimacy of the themes that's being presented. They'll be able to come to the conclusion that, you know what, these are serious issues. It's being presented on a historical level, and then it's different genres that's being presented. You got everything from martial arts and how hands had to be registered and that type of history. But then, you know, you got Brother G.A.V that's going to break things down and give you a historical account of African civilization and what it means to represent as far as the art of Black warfare. And then, you know, myself, I tackle on certain socio-political themes as well as health issues. And I went into it genetically, went into a lot of things. It's going to be very important to discuss this because when we're talking about warfare, there's a distinction to be made amongst warfare and war. And war is a very physical and violent process. But warfare is more psychological. So you got war, which is physical, and you got warfare, which is psychological. And this needs to be discussed so people can see it. Like the educational system is a psychological representation of warfare. Okay? The vaccines that's being disseminated in the community, the vaccines that they promulgating this doctrine into our minds of how important it is. All right? We need to see that depopulation is a tactic that's being employed to lower the populace of the Black community. All right. And that's a form of warfare. You know, warfare is when you get people to really oppress themselves through their own decision making. And they make decisions thinking that it's for their own better good or for the better good of their race, unbeknown to them, because the person that educated them to think so is the very one who oppressed them. And we've learned that a person in power will never teach you how to take their power away. And so even when you make decisions, the decisions that you land happen to have their inception in the thought process of the people who presented you the opportunity to come to that conclusion that that decision is best for you. It's just like I said, when you go to a sneaker store, you think you chose the sneaker you want, and you did, technically, but someone chose from amongst the choices you would choose from. So even though you chose the sneaker that you want, someone chose amongst the shoes that you would be able to choose from. So in fact, someone chose for you. And that's how our religion game goes. You didn't pick a religion that you wanted because that was the religion that you needed, that divinely was just there waiting for you. You chose from the religions that were accessible. You chose from the religions that were made available to you. All right. And so that's warfare, making people think that they had an opportunity, making people think that they have the opportunity to make decisions for themselves and having them think that they actually made these decisions and no one else influenced it. If people walking around here thinking that they made decisions that weren't influenced and the decisions that they make actually were influenced for the purposes of compromising the momentum of their community, that's warfare. That's more than the typical, I'm gonna beat you over your head and force you into submission. And so we have to talk about Black warfare and in contrast to Black war. And we just have to talk about war and warfare in general. So, you know, I don't know what elements made the cut. You know, I don't know who edits up the video. I'm going to see it soon. But I know I discussed a number of things. And I'm sure that the other people that the platform is shared with tackled from other perspectives the same. That's what makes it so exciting for me, because it's not the typical subject matter that you see on the big screen. When people go to the movies and they get their popcorn, this is generally something nice. This is a breath of fresh air. It's about time we get to have this type of movie experience.
Do you think this Hidden Colors 5 is going to be better than the previous ones that was there?
I'll tell you this. I believe
1, 2, 3, and 4.
I got you. I believe that this will be a culmination of everything that came before it. So I wouldn't say any one of them is
Well,
more.
I'm looking at the trailer, brother, and I'm like, God damn, this shit might be one of the best ones here.
I be hearing that.
Yeah, man.
I've heard that from people's responses to the trailer. But I take on the approach that it's a culmination of everything that the previous ones issued. And that if you've watched the previous 4, 5, I believe, is the stamp. I believe we worked our way up to get to this point, to have this particular discussion. Okay, because we discuss education on previous ones. We discuss a lot of our social conditions on previous ones, but this art of Black warfare and the people that are discussing it, that's why I said it's very important, because when you look at the backgrounds of the people that's disseminating this information, it's so diverse. And because it's so diverse, the perspectives are going to just come at you from clip to clip to clip in ways that the combination of those viewpoints from people who've had different types of success and different credible scholastic or scholarly backgrounds, the combination is, to me, so very impressive that I would say that number 5 may not be as more important as 1 through 4, any one of them by themselves, but I believe it's the capstone for the previous 4. I believe this Hidden Colors 5 makes you realize the expedience of the previous 4.
Let me ask you, man, why do you think, and maybe me and you need to talk to Brother Tariq, because I know he'll get paid. Why do you think these Hidden Colors that came out is not on the Netflix? I think he should need to go and take care of that. Why are they not on Netflix? They should be on Netflix at this time. What do you think about that?
I think it's a good idea, and I think in due time, if it makes sense for the brand, it'll get there. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
You know, I believe if it makes sense for the brand, it may not be on Netflix for reasons that we may not understand, that may go against the better judgment of Tariq, or maybe he's just waiting for a certain time. So I don't know why it's not on Netflix. I think it would be great for the brand.
Hell yeah.
But, you know, I'm not the one operating in that capacity. And
well, I think Tariq, he gonna hear me and say, damn, you know what, brother, son, that's right. Let me see what I can do to this shit. Let me put this on Netflix. Let me get a nice contract and throw this up on there, man. Get a few million, man. But now let me ask you this question, Brother Polight. This last question right quick. And that is the last question on this topic. How does it feel, my brother, to be on the big screen in so many states across the country? Woo! When that joint dropped, how does it feel, brother?
Thanks, baby girl. It feels great. You know, it's one of 3 projects that I got coming out. It's the first of 3. Though I was in the film last year. It's the first of 3 that is to come, and I'm ecstatic about it, because this particular film, I get to be in my element completely, which is a teacher, which is the guy that you've met on the streets teaching, the guy that you met in the lecture halls, doing the lectures and doing the debates. I get to go into that bag. It's not an acting role, right? You know, it's an actual role. And so that's what excites me about it, in contrast to the other 2 projects that I got going on. I think
what excites me about it is I got my brother Jabari up in there and my brother Polight up in there. And these brothers come from the House of Consciousness. So, you know, and like the other ones, we had Brother Professor James Smalls, Phil Valentine.
Oh man, you know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
I forgot Professor Kaba. I forgot Dr. Kaba, Professor Kaba.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be pissed if I didn't bring him up. He's in there, and he does a phenomenal job in there as well.
Yeah. Hey, was you present when Queen of 4 did her part, or you was outside? Because you ain't want to mess her up.
Say it again.
I said, you was present when Queen of 4 did her shoot with Tariq, or you was just probably standing outside or on the side or something?
Say that one more time.
You was present when Queen of 4 did her shoot. Yeah.
That's a fact. Yeah, I was present, and she was dropping some heavy hitters. I was actually
and you know what? That's what I said. I looked at the trailer, and I said, damn, Tyreek probably forgot to throw in Queen of Four, or unless he's saving her for part 6, because you know with all of them shots that he did with y'all definitely gonna be in the part 6. It's gonna be another part. He ain't gonna be able to put everything you said in that one series, Polight. It's gonna be a part 6. That's how you do it, because he's a smart brother. So he probably saving her for part 6.
Well, I wouldn't. I mean, we can leave it to speculation, but I don't want to speculate on it. Maybe it just didn't make the trailer. Maybe he wanted to save something to people's imagination.
Okay.
Maybe there's some other people we don't know that's also on there.
Right.
So it can still, you can look at the trailer, but at least you still can go in with a surprise when you watch the movie. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that may be an element which would be just as wise. You know, okay, people know some of the hitters that's on there. And then you go to the actual theater and you go, oh, shoot, you know who else was in there? So, I mean, I think that's very likely what's going to take place. But I don't know. I don't want to initiate no rumors. So we'll see how it plays out.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you this, brother. Will we ever see a Rumble in the Jungle Part 2 with you, Brother Polight, versus some of these Hebrews, man? Will we ever get to see something like that again?
Let's say,
because I know you got so much information you ain't get to get out. You got that shit locked up in the safe right now. Come on, man. You got that shit in the vault, brother. Waiting on somebody to jump out the window. Come on, man. Stop texting, man. You doing the interview.
Yo, show your face. We doing the interview. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so what do you think? Will we ever see another Thriller in Manila, man, or what, man?
I don't know, man. The Hebrews is trash, man.
Yeah, I agree with you, brother. We done beat their ass down. I think that's our fault, Polight. We done beat them so bad. They running, they ducking. You got Daniel Allah running from Garfield. You got Zoriak running from little old me. Devon running from little old me. The only one that got the heart and the courage is our brother Zion, man. That's why I respect that dude, man. He don't care who he go up against.
Yeah, bro. So, you know, I'm just looking for somebody different, you know, or I'm even ready for the Christian Science cats, man. Just somebody with a different perspective, because we done heard all that Yahweh and Yahweh
Yeah,
shots.
we done beat their ass so damn bad. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to get too redundant. It's fun.
I done put the nail in the coffin when I start asking basic questions. You know, they can't answer the base. Hey, I'm surprised you never brought out the talking donkey, Polight. These niggas actually believe that the Most High really put the spirit in a damn donkey, and the dude that was riding the donkey ass, they call it the ass, was talking back and forth to the donkey, and the donkey looking back like having a conversation. These niggas actually believe this type of shit, Polight. What the hell is going on?
Yo, you see, it's just ridiculous, man.
Nah,
you know,
man.
It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I got some more fire. I mean, I thought about the video you did, and I think that's why I called you, because I remember you the first one I heard say that the Most High put the spirit of a lie inside the prophet's mouth. Is that correct?
Now, what happened was I excerpted a clip where a young man was asking Daniela, how come the animals didn't eat each other on the ark when he took 2 of each animal? How did they eat? And he said the Most High put a spirit in each of the 2 animals on Noah's ark so they wouldn't eat each other. And so I went on to ask, how come he didn't put that same spirit in the Israelites to stop them from sexually engaging each other as homosexuals? How come God didn't put a spirit? And how come God didn't put a spirit on them to stop them from eating their babies, since the Israelites ate their babies? You know, but he put a spirit into swine and protect the swine, but he won't protect a human being.
You know how many species of birds on this planet, Polight? Over 5,000 species of birds. And not only that, because if you really want to go in deeper too, we could also say, what about the animals that are like just being created? What about these new animals that came on the scene after these prophets died? Because remember, they said he told them to name all the animals. So what about all the new animals that came along later? Who named them?
Man, sorry, we know this shit is trash, man.
Right. And you know, Polight, when you look at nature, and when you look at the animal planet and and all the animals, you know how many animals, Polight, you will see that you never thought existed. When you look at it, you be like, what the fuck is that? What the hell? And that's what me and my wife be doing. We sitting there and I'm like, no, man, look at this. Look at this shit. You know?
You gotta put them all on a boat.
Right. And all those got to go on the boat. Whatever happened to the fish that was on the boat?
Hold on. The boat don't even sink to accommodate for the weight either. So what kind of technology was Noah using?
Right. Yeah. But think about it. The well, shark, all the motherfuckers on the boat, brother. It's crazy, man. And then when you ask a simple question like that, you see they get mad, they turn up. Oh man, these niggas are dumb. You don't understand the Bible. Now we don't understand the Bible because we asking a serious question according to your scriptures. So, have you ever heard, and the Hebrews think they got one up on us, right? Because I hear Tazariak say this all the time. And now Michael's starting to say it, and Daniel Allah's starting to say it because they think it's deep. They ask the question, where did Ma'at come from? Have you ever heard them say that, Polight? I asked that question.
Yeah.
They always say, where did Ma'at come from? And I'm surprised none of y'all answer the question. Jabari say, well, I don't know. It just came. We can't tell you where it came from. And then you ask Reggie, because I seen Reggie going back and forth with somebody on a new video I did with all of the scholars. And the dude asking Reggie, where did Ma'at come from? And so even Dr. Reggie start going in and the brother said, you ain't answer my question. So I answered this question. And I want you to tell me, am I right? Now, you know I'm not a scholar, Polight, but goddamn it, I deal with common sense. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And my answer to that question is, where did Ma'at come from? And I simply said, common sense, from the mind of man. That's where it come from the mind of man, like your God, like your Bible, like your Torah, like everything else. It come from the mind of man. And before it come from the mind of man, it was first a thought in man's mind. And once it became a thought, then he put it out in the motion to bring it about into reality. So that's where it come from. It ain't nothing scientific about it. Ain't nothing, you don't got to get too goddamn deep with it. Ma'at simply comes from the mind of man. We're not spooky like y'all to say, oh, God came down and he wrote his hand on it and he's just wrote it. No, brother. So all of you Kemetic brothers, don't get trapped off with the question. Don't let them take you out. Just simply keep it on basic. Keep it real. It comes out of the mind of man. It was a thought first. Meaning, let me tell you, the black man. That's what I'm talking about. It comes out of the mind of a black man. And then he put the thought in motion and it came out. That's it. What do you think, Polight?
Yeah, I think it came out the black community. Our cultural things come out of the community and we get our inspiration.
Somebody said, no, sir. No, sir. Atum said, no, sir. So where does Ma'at come from? Now, don't get spooky like the damn Hebrews, y'all. Don't do it. Go ahead.
This is important. One example would be the Black Book of the Dead that a lot of people are not aware of. And this is Mehepri. This guy was a man whose moral compass was so highly revered that instead of Ma'at being on the scale, they put him, a black man, on the scale in her place. This is called the Black Book of the Dead, Mehepri. So the black male was honored. We see no other kingdom in the world with this type of reverence towards the black man or black people in general that we've seen in Kemet, because we know how integral a role Ma'at plays in our culture and in history and in time. And when Hebrews always go, you ain't no damn Egyptians and you not no Hamites and those people ain't black. Well, then you have to explain the Black Book of the Dead. And the name again is Mehepri. They have his body. You can see clearly he's a black man. It's not left to speculation. Everyone knows he's a black man. But the part that gets left out quite often is the Peret Emheru, the Black Book of the Dead. That's the one I read out of. So it's not so much that we have to accredit mystical forces
Go ahead.
It's the fact that we have to realize we as Black people are mystical. We are magic. Okay? We're the magic. It's just other people took our magic, our personification of this magic, and rather accredit it to that which they can't understand, that which they can't explain, can't verify, can't confirm, can't solidify. It's not detectable, only speculative. And so that's the problem. That's the difference. So I would say the Black man and the Black woman are responsible for this world's disposition as far as spirituality is concerned that transmigrates into religion, in turn becomes your cult and your occult. This is out the minds and the hearts of our people based on their own intuition, their own clairvoyance.
Yo, I want to give these dudes one last speaking, Polight, before we move on. Let me ask you, is there a way you can get 1 Kings 22:23 for me? Because when I read that, they say, "Sir, you wrong. You don't know what you're talking about." But they do that with every scripture. 1 Kings 22:23.
Okay, hold on. 22:33?
Yeah, no, 22:23.
Oh, 22:23.
Tell me what you get out of that, man.
Hey, you know, somebody said, "Sir, they only put mammals on Noah's Ark." Yeah,
but that's not what it said. It said name every animal. It said put every two of every kind on the damn ship. It don't say that, man.
It says living thing.
Right.
Two of every living. Stop
exactly.
the BS. They don't say mammals. But even if it is only mammals, that's a hell of a ship too.
Right.
That's a hell of a ship.
1 Kings 22:23.
Okay, hold on. I'm coming. Hold on. Niggas is funny. What up, baby girl? Hold on.
What you sneaking around looking for?
I'm putting a mark on my card. Is that okay with you?
Okay. Okay. 1 Kings. Let's get it, man. Come on, brother. Read.
Yeah, Israelite back. I see 1 Kings 22:33, and it
no,
came to
23.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. 22:23, right?
Right.
And now, therefore, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. Now, therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lion. Let me just make sure I see. What
is that the King James Version?
Strong's H8267. Yeah. Sheker.
Sheker. Yep, definitely means deception and disappointment.
Oh, what?
Sheker. So God put a lying spirit, ruach, in the mouth, of all these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. So what are they saying?
That's what I'm asking you. I want to make sure I got this right. Because I think a Hebrew, maybe if you go up a verse 21 and then 21 to 23 to see what it's saying before that. Because somebody said I got it wrong when I was saying your Most High put a lion spirit in their mouth.
All right, let's start from the 20th verse. And the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. And there come forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said,
Stop, Polight. Now, when he came unto the Lord and said, I will persuade him, that right there is breaking the Lord's contract, because he said he gives a man a will. So you got to give him a will to do what he got to do. But go ahead, brother.
Okay, and there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? I guess with what? And he said, I will go forth and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail. Also go forth and do so. Now,
hold up, man. Hold the fuck. The Lord is telling him to go ahead and do so?
Yep. And now, and it says, now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee.
Damn, I mean, brother.
You know, God is telling him, when someone calls for me, tell him I'm not home, even though he's in the house.
Yo, now see, when you ask the Hebrews to explain that, Polight, they're going to act like they sat next to God and he told them. That's why when you ask everyone individually, they are all come with a different story. All of them. That's why I do it like that. We got to do another drive-by, Polight. We got to do a drive-by, hit their ass up without them knowing that we doing it. Just call them out of the blue so they can't prepare, and watch all of them going to have a different story for that shit right there. Oh, nah, brother. See, what it is you don't understand the Bible. You don't know what that's talking about. It's talking about this. And then you say, well, brother, can you show me it in the Bible? Like I did Black Jesus Minister, and he said, it's not in there. So you made the shit up. It's crazy, brother. What do you think about that? That's another bullet to put in the arsenal right there.
Yeah. I mean, it's clear that God is fortifying or backing up a lie. I mean, if that's the way he has to go through it, instead of 1 minute he can snap his fingers and make shit happen, the next minute he got to be part of a lying game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't really, I mean, that God is just very inconsistent all around the board. I'm interested to hear what kind of weird stuff Bible thumpers will say. You know, hold on real quick. Let me just pick up this baby.
Yeah, man.
Hold on. Come on. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Come on, brother. Polight with the little baby, man.
Coming right now.
Polight got his little baby with him.
Yeah, we back at it.
So is little Ma'at the daycare?
She tried. She wants to every second she gets.
You got to hold the head, Polight. You got to hold the head, brother.
Please don't start that, man. I hate when people do that. Every time Polight, a father got a baby,
you got to hold the baby head, man.
I know, please.
All right.
I got you.
All right.
Damn, man. They do that to every black man like he don't know how to hold his own child. I'm telling you, man. Oh, daddy. I be watching the mothers hold their child all sorts of crazy ways. Don't nobody say nothing. Black man get it. Yo, the head. Yo.
That's right. Daddy. You know how we do, brother. We more protective than the women are, Polight. That's, man, I know you be driving Aminette crazy, so tell the truth. Tell the truth, Aminette. Your ass is more protective. We more protective than the woman when it comes to our children.
I hear your wife saying, no, you're not.
You know, Cynthia.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get me involved with that. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So you know, it is what it is. You're gonna be watching tonight with Brother Eric.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching that.
All right, man.
Hey, you want to say hi? Come on. Say hi, baby. Come on.
Hey, yo, look at little my aunt. Looking all bigger now. Big girl.
Let's see if we can see everybody. You got to get.
Oh, yeah. She looked like Polight.
Yeah. There we go. Here's the family.
Yeah, she looked like Polight.
Here's the new baby.
She don't want to look at y'all.
I know. I'm trying. She always turn her head.
Yeah.
If you want her
and my aunt. And my aunt. She looked like my aunt.
Hey, baby. She always moving her head around.
Hey, little my aunt, when you gonna teach your class? You got a class coming up?
She's probably gonna teach boxing.
What's up with you?
Well, I'm gonna teach both boxing and basketball.
Yeah, I be seeing you. I be seeing you getting it in on Instagram.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Polight, before we go, man, because I gotta get ready for this this thing, man. What you want to do, man? What you want to do with Zion? I think that'll pack the house, brother.
I don't know, brother.
Come on, man. Zion is holding it down, brother. He holding it down. I think he learned a lot from his behavior, man.
We say this all the time, don't we? We say this all the time, don't we?
Shit, if we do it, shit, do you think we could pack the house in LA?
Yeah, we could pack the house just about anywhere, but it's the subject matter that gets me. I want to know what the subject matter may be. Yeah, let me get some more of those lentils, man. What would the subject matter be my question.
Yeah, we gotta get you and Zion back on board, man. Because I don't think the other Hebrews will give you a better battle than Zion will.
Think so?
Yeah. The other Hebrews, they ain't gonna give you that work, man. Zion to be more of a challenge, brother.
Hey, baby, where's the lentils at? Yeah, let me get that. You got me all distracted. I think he all right, but you know.
Now, let me tell you, Polight, in the interview with me and brother Eric Muhammad, you know, Eric, first of all, let me let y'all know. He's 60 plus years old. Y'all probably didn't know that. Yeah. Polight. He eats 1 meal every 3 days, Polight. You heard me?
Yeah.
He eats 1 meal every 3 days. When I asked him, when Jabari asked him, what does that meal looks like? Oh my God, you ain't gonna believe this. I didn't even want to go in. I just let him say what he say. He said what Wesley Muhammad said, brother. Beans and milk. You heard me? When he said that, I was like, what the fuck did he just say? He said beans, and I think he said the whole milk. I don't think it's the milk like this milk we get from the store. It's not that, because he's a health eater. He's healthy, but he mentioned the milk.
Wow. I mean.
So you might have to start getting weaned on the milk, brother Polight.
Nah, it's all good. But I tell you what, him not eating every 3 days, that's definitely helping him out.
Yeah, his skin, you can look at his skin and everything, man.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, he's doing pretty good for himself. So
60 plus years old, brother.
Yeah, I don't know exactly his health disposition. I only could tell by looking at him. So by looking at the brother, for him to be over 60, he's aging pretty good, visibly. And if he's eating every 3 days, that's ideal, especially if he's going to be taking in those beans and stuff and milk. But yeah, man, salute to him. He's still doing better than the average person as far as diet is concerned. So, I mean, much love to him. And the fact that he has that level of discipline at his age, that's just as good. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what we dealt with first with that type of energy. So, my brother, I want to say thank you, man, for taking the time out coming through. And family, remember, go and subscribe to Black News 102. Make sure you click on that bell. And we're going to be going live at 8 o'clock sharp. 8 o'clock sharp will be the live stream on Black News 102. Have your ass in the building. Throw that link up in there. There you go. Y'all see it. They go to the link. Black News 102, click that link and hit the notification bell so you will be notified. All right. Any closing? What you got there, Polight? Green beans? You eating green beans?
And some lentils.
There you go. The lentil bean soup. That's what's up, man.
Lentils and chickpea. What they call chana.
They call what?
Garbanzo beans, chana, chickpea.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's your food for the gods, huh?
It's a good source of tryptophan. I don't have to get it from milk.
Okay. Before we leave, brother, what do you think, man, about your team now? Being that you're in LA, you done crossed over, fuck the Knicks to you, and now you all LA out. So what's going on? I know you're happy. You got
Yes, I am.
AD.
Yes, we are.
Huh?
Yes, we do. And yes, I am.
See, look at you, man. Now it's yes, we do. Damn, man. You done flipped on New York Knicks, brother.
I'm
Come
always
on,
gonna be
man.
New York at heart. Always. I'm loving how the Brooklyn Nets looking. I gotta get used to, even though I'm from Brooklyn, I gotta still get used to the Brooklyn
Do
Nets.
you think Kyrie is gonna make his way over there to LA?
I would hope so. I think it'd be great. Even if we
That
get
right there would be the glue. If Kyrie go over there, I would automatically say, all right, they got a ring this year coming. I would automatically say that.
I think they automatically, they almost automatic.
Nah, they need one more piece to the puzzle, brother. And that is the point guard. It's very important.
I think they can put that 24 to 32 mil into a dope bench and role players and still do what they got to do. Because who got a squad that's going to deal with Kuzma, Anthony Davis, and LeBron? Kuzma going to have the green light to gun now. And we still got Rondo.
No, you don't. No, you don't. They got to re-sign Rondo, but y'all ain't got Rondo yet.
We still got Rondo. Rondo want to stay, so it's up to us to keep him.
Oh, you know he going to want to stay. Yeah, he going to want to stay.
He played with Anthony Davis before. He played with LeBron this year. He's good. It ain't even be a matter of chemistry right now. He still can give you 15, 20 assists. Like, come on, bro. Like, he's nuts. Rondo's nuts.
So what do you think? The Knicks is ass out? Because look at what we got now. And what do you think is better for New York, man? I'm still I'm still praying for New York, man. We fucked up right now.
Every time we turn around, we didn't get Zion in the draft. If we do get KD, his ass is hurt. He ain't playing for a year. I don't know, man. It's like some kind of spell over New York, man.
Do you think Knicks? Do you think the Knicks still should sign KD? Yeah,
they should.
I agree.
Without question. Even if he's half himself, he's gonna be better than anybody that came through in a while.
That's right.
I give him the whole year and a half to heal. Freak that.
Mm-hmm.
I give him a year and a half. He'll come to half of the next year, the season after next. That's an investment.
What if, because of Kawan is so quiet, what if Kawan shock and surprise everybody and come to New York, brother?
Kawhi should go to the Lakers.
Come on, Polight.
He should go to the Lakers.
Because he's so quiet and he don't let everybody in on his business, what if Kawhi surprised everybody and come to New York, brother?
Oh, you know, Michael Edwards, I'll just look at people in his chat real quick. He said that must be Polight's nighttime shirt. And you know, another Negro.
Mike is a fucking nut, bro. That nigga might be going crazy, bro. Mike funny as hell.
And you know, I see another person say, "Oh, this looks like the broke version of Polight." I got my yo. People are horrible. I got my newborn child here.
Right, you in the house chilling. Shit.
You know, I'm showing love to Queen. I'm actually visiting Queen 4. You know, just show mom's good, saying what's up to the family and everything before I did. I mean, shit. All else fell, I can show you the car that's worth more than your mortgage. That's parked outside. I be letting Queen drive around in it. That's a fact.
Yo, see, whenever you come out now, Polight, you got to have an image to uphold, brother. When you come live on this shit, you got to have an image now. Hey, that's crazy, man.
Next time you talk to Queen of 4, ask about my car collection. Ask her that. Because she's out here in LA now. You know she's moving out here to LA.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so she can let you know if this is a facade, or if this is fake or front. Say, yo, how do Polight even show his stuff on YouTube? She be like, no. Y'all think I'll be showing y'all everything. I don't show you half of what I got going on. Because I know you're going to make up all sorts of Illuminati shit and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be chilling.
Right.
But next time you see it, next time you do an interview, be like, yo, how Polight car collection look?
So, yo, Polight, let's do another drive-by on these Hebrews. Fuck them up one last time. And then let them let them go ahead and say what they want to say, but let's just fuck them up one last time, brother.
I'm down with it. When you want to do it?
We could do a drive-by.
What, right now?
Not right now. Now I know you're ready now. Not right now, because I got to get ready for the night. But yeah, man, we got to fuck these Hebrews up, man.
Michael Edwards about to put our phone numbers on block.
Yeah, you already know Mike done blocked me already on the phone. Been trying to call his ass. He got me blocked.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Michael Edwards.
Yo, I don't think nobody beat his ass the way I did, Polight. That motherfucker made nah, you didn't even get him the way I did. That nigga made.
No, I said I agree. I agree.
Yeah, that nigga made 20 videos of me, Polight.
You know what that means?
Yo, you know what that means? When you kick a nigga ass, and then you gotta go and make 20 damn videos trying to explain to the people after the goddamn discussion is over. This is what the Hebrews do. When the debate is over, they gotta go and debate again after the goddamn debate to persuade the people to say, see, Sarnetta didn't know this, and Sarnetta really didn't know that. Nigga, the discussion is over already, nigga. This nigga got 20 or plus more videos about me. And I love it. I love it. I wish the nigga make a 50 more. 50 more. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
he got me blocked and shit.
Yo, somebody asked if we could break down the Tower of Babel that God stopped from being created by Nimrod because it was bigger than any of the pyramids that was ever created.
Hold up, say that again, because I was reading comments.
The Tower of Babel in the Bible, where Nimrod was building a tower to get up to the heavens, and God had to come down and stop it. They said for me to break that down because that was bigger and taller than any of the pyramids. But there's no proof that this shit ever existed, man.
Yeah,
man, that Bible's really a fairy tale, man. You should call Michael Edwards up right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
hey, Michael Edwards, if you're in the building, you can call in, brother. Call in, Mike. We're gonna let our brother Mike call in.
That's how we'll have
fun with Mike. Smack his ass up a minute.
That's how we'll close the show, because you know he's gonna get out of control. I have to get off the phone.
You are 100% correct. Michael asked, boy, when you got him on the ropes, one thing about him, he do not let you talk, Polight.
That's a fact.
And he's the fucking guest on the show, but he won't let you talk.
He does those nervous laughs so he could think about, pause him right there. He does those nervous laughs so he could think about what he's gonna say next. So he just starts laughing nervously.
Yeah. Like, call in, Michael. Mike, call in. Call your ass in, Mike.
Yeah, call in so we can hear that nervous laugh when we ask you a question. Call in before I call you.
Peace and black power to my man Michael Edwards. What up, man?
Yo, Side, this ain't Michael, but I had a quick question for you real quick.
Oh, man. What's your question, man?
Man, look, I need an email address because I want to contribute to the next Hebrew Drive-By, man.
Oh, you want to be on the next Hebrew Drive-By?
Yo, I got some questions for these Hebrews that I've proposed these questions to Christians, Catholics, Nation of Islam, Hebrews, all types of branches you can think of.
All right. Hey, look in the chat room right now. I'm putting my email in there. Make sure you hit me with some of them questions, because I definitely, I'm going to use them joints.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Let me put my email in the chat room.
Yeah.
I had to pretend like I was Michael Edwards just to get through real quick. Right?
Yeah.
You know, gotta be slick nowadays.
Yeah.
Brother Polight as well, man.
All right, yo, you see my email? Look in the chat.
All right. Let's see.
Mike's scared to call in.
Yep.
You see my email?
Yeah, I think I got it.
Okay.
Hey, read that to me just so I make sure I got it. I think I screenshotted it, but read that down to me one more time.
SA.NETER@yahoo.com.
Gotcha.
All right. Yo, Polight, call Michael, man. I think I might have him blocked on my phone.
Nah, he got a new number. He changed his number since we aired him out.
Yo, thank you, brother.
He changed.
Yeah, I might have that nigga blocked on my phone because he's so goddamn annoying. You know?
Yeah,
that motherfucker's so annoying, man. He's sending you all kind of bullshit videos like you care about that dumb shit.
Yo,
like,
what's up with the mighty? What's up with the mighty Hebrew, man? He be sending me mad.
No, we call him the he's no longer the mighty Hebrew. Damn, what's the name I gave this nigga? The Road Runner? The running Hebrew, the Road Runner now. He's the Road Runner. Oh, no. The Scarecrow. He's the Scarecrow Hebrew.
He should be the serial texter.
Yeah, that nigga there, man, is a coward.
Hello, good morning. How y'all doing? Good evening.
Oh, shit, I hear something, Polight. Who that?
It's the boogeyman.
That nigga's crazy. Mike funny as shit.
Yo, man, check this out. Polight, brother, that shirt that you got on is too disrespectful to the audience, man. We're used to seeing you fly, and now you got grease stains under your hat. Oh, rusty sweater on, brother. What's going on? You all right?
Grease stains under my hat. There's not one grease stain on my hat, bro. Cut it out. Stop it.
On the left side, on the left side, I'm looking at it. If you raise your left hand, you'll see that brown stain on there.
There's no brown stains. You know when you buy a 50, you may not know what it's like to buy a 5950 fitted cap, but sometimes there's stickers at the bottom and you have to pull it off.
Right.
Okay, but you wouldn't know. You don't buy a $50 hat. And this is
well,
like
I actually have one. It's a Raiders cap. I actually have a collection of them. You'll see them if you look at my videos.
You clearly don't know what you're talking about, because rather than speak about the Bible, you want to give me fashion tips. You want me to dress to your liking as if I'm in a relationship with you. So I don't want to. It's making me. I don't want to have that kind of conversation.
Okay, I got a Bible question. I got a Bible comment then. Okay, and I'll let you answer it. How about that?
Yeah, but before you do that, I want to know how come when I did the debate with Ashar, he was showing everybody that I had a fit cap on in Giuseppe's. And then you're supposed to be dealing with religion, and you want to talk about the sweater I got on and my fit cap. What's up with you guys? Why you always watching what I'm wearing instead of dealing with God? I know why. It's a rhetorical question. I'm your God. I told y'all that 5 years ago. I told you that 10 years ago, and I'm telling you that today. Brother Polight is your God. And so that's why y'all are heavily invested in making sure I dress to you guys' criteria. Have you ever given any advice to your brothers wearing them plastic spikes on the streets? Yeah. That's what we want to know.
Actually, I have. And that's a really good comment that you're making, because I've actually spoke to both of them, you and them. But the comment that you're making about me seeing you as a God is actually backwards, because you get on camera and you dress up for us like you're our date or our young whore. We don't want to see what you got on. It's not our, it don't turn me on to see you with a Giuseppe's on. I don't care about your Giuseppe.
Hold on. You said hold on. You said I dress up for you guys, all in the same conversation where you're dissatisfied with what I got on. Which one of those is right? It can't be both right at the same time.
Well, Brother Sarnetta just said it. When you're a public figure, you have to keep up that image.
Nope, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He did not say that. He did not say that. So you're wrong.
I did not.
He did not say that. Let me correct you. He did not say that.
You have an image, brother. You have an image. And you created that. And you're crapping on your image right now wearing such a terrible looking shirt.
It's a gray.
The neck is even stretched out, bro.
It's a gray sweater that I wear when I'm holding my baby. Brother, chill out. Just chill out, bro.
Let's move past that.
Like, yo, what? Like, yo, what you want me to do? Yell and scream at you about the sweater I got on? Like, yo, people. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, because I know you're a Hebrew, so I'm gonna explain something to you about how we do it on our channels, right? The people that come on to Sarnetta Studios come on for the information. They don't come here to see if I got a sweater on to their liking.
That's right.
Or if I got something under my fit cap, which people could clearly see and look under my fit cap right now as I'm speaking. You don't see no damn stain. But even if you did, they've qualify the information over me wearing a damn sweater to their liking with the neck pulled out as you claim, when in fact, you just seen my baby on my chest. I mean, bro, what kind of God? Okay, cool. I got you. What kind of God-fearing man, the second he gets a chance? Now, you see, now, if I made sure I had on some Versace clothes and everything like that, you know what you Negroes would say? Y'all would say, man, he's too materialistic.
That's
Why
right.
he dress like that? So then I tone it down when I'm doing my interviews, and I just wear a fit cap and a home clothes, just wear a little sweater, chill in the house. Yo, the neck is too pulled out with your sweater. You're disrespecting the platform. So, you know, this is what I'm saying. Is you can't satisfy. No, I showed a picture of the new Bentley the other day. They give me hell. But if I was next to a Toyota, they would have gave me hell. They would have said, oh, he must be broke. He ain't got nothing. You go in front of the Bentley, I'm going to stop following him. He too materialistic. So what I'm saying is, brother, you should stick to the information, because it sounds weird that the first thing, or it sounds like the only thing that was on your mind is the second I get this phone call off, I want to talk to him about, I want him to wear tighter sweaters, not loose sweaters. You know what I'm saying? You don't want me to wear loose sweaters. You want me to wear more form-fitting sweaters. That sounds crazy.
Well, no. Actually, what we want you to do is be who you are, right? If you,
I don't want to wear a form-fitting sweater for you, bro. You making me want to get an extra large.
I'll let you talk. I didn't cut you off, right? Right? So, what you've been showing us is who you say you are. You're the Polight that wears gold shoes. You wear silver hats. You ride in the Bentley, and you wear shirts with, you know, zippers on the side and stuff. But today, you're looking like a today you look like a transient, a little bit. Just a little transient like today, but that's okay, because we all normal. We got that. But let's move to more information. Here's the question. I want you to deal with this. Tell us, since you guys talk about Christians so bad, brother, why is it that Dr. Ben was funeralized in a Christian church?
Okay. You ready for the answer?
I'm ready, brother.
First of all, we be talking about the Hebrews bag. I don't know why you trying to defer our attention to Christians. That's one. If we would have had them buried under a Hebrew temple, oh, y'all don't do that anyway. So that would be out the question. But I know you Hebrews be getting buried by Christians too. But anyway, I'll tell you this. When you're dealing with people and their family has POA, or power of attorney, over their affairs, the decision-making is invested in their family, no matter how zealous
Thank you.
people are. So it's just that simple. That's the politics of family versus people who make subscriptions.
Brother Polight, real quick. All he got to do is look at the video I just threw up with them celebrating Dr. Ben for the street naming, and all of his daughters got up there praising Jesus, praising God. So that's not Dr. Ben teaching. But see, it's like even when Khalid Muhammad passed away, look at his son. You see, because they see you conscious, they think that the rest of the family is conscious. Brother, it's the family say so. It's up to the family where they want to go and where they want to be. Not up to us, not Professor Smalls, not none of us. It's up to the family members, brother. And we, just like you, Michael Edwards, don't own no goddamn building where we can call our own. Okay? Because when your ass die, you also will be in a church, nigga. Let's stop playing these games.
You see? Now let me show you how that works out, Sonetta. Because I work as an actual minister, and I bury lots of people like Dr. Ben, and I play for their funerals. But watch this. Since Polight has a beautiful house in Hollywood, and since you have a beautiful car and you get all of this money, why is it that you guys wouldn't take it upon yourself to get a facility to bury your dead?
See, nobody said we get all this money. That's your assumption. You're the one that's saying I get all this money.
Yeah,
see? There you go assuming again. You can't judge the outside, brother. You can't judge a book by the cover. Don't judge a book by the cover, brother. That's the mistake you're making.
Hey, yo, Saab, Mike over here pocket watching like a motherfucker.
Word, man. Nah, you know what happened, Polight? The Most High put a lion spirit in this nigga mouth. That's what he's doing right now. He put a lying spirit in his mouth, and so he's lying to the people, trying to save them.
Watch this, sir. Wouldn't it be terrible your legacy, brother, after all of this, and you hit the dirt, you kick the bucket, and we bury you in Mount Vernon Missionary Baptist Church, we funeralize you there? What would that say about your legacy?
Hey, let me show him something real quick, sir.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. With my family, right? My family, I made it very clear. I made the arrangement. We can't speak for another man. We can't. We can only attest to the great things a man does, and everything else we reserve the right not to speak to. So let me tell you this. As a man moving of my own free will and accord, my family personally knows. I said, I'll be damned if you ever send me off that way. I don't care what the circumstances are. You could do one of two ways. If you're not going to have my people send me off, you could just cremate me, and you could spread my ashes across the seas, or you could bury me in the ground and put a plant in my place, and name the plant, or however you want to do it. You know, I got my own instructions, but what I'm saying is, you can never bury me subject to no damn religion that I don't make subscriptions to. Now, equally so, I can tell you with Sarnetta already made arrangements for how he wants to leave, and he shared a very similar sentiment, because he even asked that I speak at his wake if for whatever reason he should pass before I do. He said, yo, brother Polight, I want you to speak and do this, that, and the third. This is stuff y'all probably don't know.
Right.
So what I'm saying is we can't speak for why Dr. Ben didn't make certain arrangements, or perhaps he got sick before he can really contemplate doing that. Because, you know, things happen before you even can be prepared for it sometimes. So I can't speak to Dr. Ben's rationale and what he's been doing. But what I can say is we got our own vision for how we want to be sent off, and we made our adjustments with our own families and our own friends and well-wishers. And that's how that goes. But to what we're not going to do, no doubt.
That's beautiful, and that's acceptable. That's acceptable to me.
We're not going to make a mockery, though, out of another person's transition. That's what we're not going to do. Okay.
I'm not making a mockery. This is why I say this. This is why I say this, brother. Now watch. And also, since Sarnetta didn't ask me to speak at his funeral, you know, I could have came and told a few jokes and everything, lighten up the room. You understand? But watch this, fam. Watch this. When you guys are actually teachers of your community, it's important that you set certain things in place, not only personally, but for the community that you teach and for the people that actually look up to you guys. I'm saying that's honorable that you personally are not going to go the way that you didn't live. I say that's honorable. God also does say the same thing. The Bible says he would rather you be hot or cold, right? So that's honorable. But it is not honorable for you to stand in Dr. Ben's stead as a teacher of the same people and not provide what your predecessor didn't provide for those that may pass. Here's a question for you.
Man.
If Professor Smalls, or God forbid, Queen of Four, or any of your elders, Baba Heru, if they pass today, as it stands, only you and Sarnetta would have personal rights to your funerals and the way it goes and the will and those things.
Wrong.
Where you getting this information from?
Wrong, brother. You must think they don't got family, immediate family.
One second. They do not have any places to have a funeral or mass memorials. You see what I'm saying? So they would have to come back to me too, and I'd have to play Amazing Grace for Baba Heru and for Professor Smalls and for everybody else that's your elder. But it's y'all's job to do what
it's not my that's not my job, bro. Stop that. Hold on. Let me.
One second, brother. One second. It's not gonna take that much longer. One second. Christians and Hebrew Israelites all over the country and even out of the country, there are Christian temples. Hebrews have synagogues. And even the Muslims have their own mosques, and even the Moors have temples. But the Kemetic community has no facilities to funeralize or memorialize its own people.
So all the Hebrews that passed away, You saying that they went with their own, you know, with their own spiritual culture. They went with their own shit, with their temples and all that. Go ahead and lie.
Say it again, brother. Say it again. I couldn't hear you.
All the Hebrews that passed away, you saying that they didn't go in the church the same way like everybody else does? They went and did it their own way with their own culture?
I don't know any Hebrew outside of myself in the United States that would go in a Christian church as a dead body.
Wow, brother.
Man, stop bullshitting, man. This is fucking ridiculous, man.
Can you find one? Can you find one for me?
Well, I don't want to bring up nobody's name because I don't want to disrespect nobody. But I know a lot of Hebrews that passed away, brother.
Where the hell are the Hebrews burying their dead? Where's the Hebrew cemetery in Brooklyn? Where's the Hebrew cemetery in California? Stop this bullshit, man. Stop it. I'm listening.
Just now, just a few months ago, I think it was last year, there was a Hebrew brother murdered, right? Out there on the East Coast.
Brother, is he part of your religious sect?
Hold on. That brother was not buried in the Christian church. He was not funeralized in the Christian church. He was funeralized by his own people.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So where's he buried at?
I don't know, because that's not my family member.
No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that because if he's buried amongst the rest of them damn Christians, it's no different. So where did they bury him at?
I just gave you the truth. I'm probably the only Israelite in the country that will be buried in a Christian church and not have a problem with it.
Okay, cool. So what I'm saying is, since you're one of every, what I'm saying is, if you don't know where that man has been buried, then knock it off. That's what I'm saying.
What does that matter? What does that have to do with the conversation? What does that have to do with your accountability as a teacher over your community, bro, and your responsibility to the people?
You get buried amongst your peers, according to what you're saying. So if it does matter where he's buried, because no matter what ceremony took place, when they put his ass in the earth, he's next to all them damn Christians. So what you're saying is obsolete. You're nitpicking because you're trying to find fault and folly over other people, but then you don't even know where the guy that you attest to, we don't know his name. He's just a Hebrew brother, according to you. So he's misnomered as the Hebrew brother, so we can't verify nothing you're saying. And on top of it, you yourself identify, and I take it that you're calling him a Hebrew brother because you yourself don't even know his name. So the guy whose name you don't know purportedly was sent away through a Hebrew ceremony that we obviously cannot identify, and he was put into ground at an unverified locale. Michael, stop the bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Stop it.
Okay, so let me show you the fallacy in that thinking. Number one, when you bury someone in any cemetery in the United States, you will undoubtedly have Christians, Muslims, and atheists buried in the same ground. Okay, that's not nothing uncommon, bro.
So that doesn't contradict what you're telling us?
Hold on. No, not at all. Let me show you why. Listen. Not one. Hold on. Not one Christian, not one Muslim, or not one Hebrew actually disagrees with the way that Hebrews or Christians or Muslims should be buried. They all should be buried in a holy way, in a Kodesh way, in a non-halal way. Come on, brother. Hold on.
Okay, give me a halal burial. Tell me what a halal burial is.
No, I want you to just listen to me.
No. You just use the terminology. Okay, when you're done, break down. When you're done, no. You're gonna tell us right now before you have to look it up yourself. What is a halal burial, brother? What's a halal burial, Mike?
Okay, I'll give you an example of one that is halal or unacceptable.
Give us a halal burial.
I'm giving you one. Dr. Ben, as an atheist, being buried in a Christian church or funeralized. That's not acceptable in Islam. He was a Muslim, and he took his shahada, and he threw it away.
Dr. Ben was not a Muslim. Stop it.
Yo, that makes no sense. Give us a halal burial, bro. You mentioning shit, you trying to play crazy. I'm going to play crazy with you. Tell us what a halal funeral is.
That's a little bit pseudo.
Yeah. Tell us what a halal burial is. Is that when they cut your head clean off to make sure the rest of the toxins don't penetrate the rest of your body when you're in the earth? What's a halal burial? You capping, bro.
Pseudo. That's a little bit pseudo. Okay. So I want you to
admit to being pseudo?
It's unacceptable.
You admit to being pseudo?
It's unacceptable. I know you're scared, but
are you admitting to being pseudo? What's a halal burial, brother?
Did I cut you off?
Okay. Please let us know. You can't say that Dr. Ben didn't have a.
What I'm saying is painful,
Dr. Ben was not a Muslim, bro. Why are you using him for a halal burial?
Dr. Ben was a Muslim, and Reggie told us he took
He was not a Muslim, man. Polight.
Would you like
Polight. What happened was
officiated the funeral.
All right, move him for a minute. What happened was
that don't mean he a damn Muslim right now.
Right,
I'm sure Shahada took the Shahada.
Shahada means that you're not a Muslim. You take a Shahada and you can be a non-Muslim. Are you kidding?
Ask him, am I a Muslim? I take my Shahada.
Is Sanetta a Muslim? You know Sanetta is a Muslim?
No, Sanetta is a goddamn reprobate. He used to be, and he did the same thing that Dr. Ben did. He threw his Shahada away.
So you said no to Sanetta and yes to Dr. Ben?
That is actually
right. There you go.
You do that.
Hold on. You say no?
You get death in Islam when you do that, bro.
Yeah, I hear you. So you're saying no to Sanetta and yes to Dr. Ben, but they both took a Shahada.
I'm telling you clearly, both took a Shahada and they both threw it away. Dr. B and Reggie.
So if he threw it away, he's no longer a Muslim, right or wrong?
Listen, I know you're afraid, brother. Just listen.
If someone throws something away, if he threw his Shahada away, whatever that means.
You wasn't even at the funeral. Reggie was. So let me repeat Reggie's words.
Polight. Move on. How can you say in one breath that Dr. Ben was an atheist and then he said he was a Muslim? Like, where does that shit work at? Where that play at?
I don't know, bro. This brother, he talking two ways out of his mouth, man.
Him Polight, you want to debate him?
Oh, Michael Edwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Tell him to get in the chat and let's go, because he talking silly enough.
Yeah, we need.
Why you want to?
Where's Brother Reggie so he can?
Hey, listen. I know what you're saying is Reggie is your leading authority for this subject matter. So you don't have the qualifications or the right to verify this yourself. Your whole thing is let's ask Reggie because you can't prove it yourself. That's what you're saying.
Reggie planned the funeral with Dr. Smiles, man. I talked to Reggie about this. Reggie told me this stuff. You can't tell me anything.
Oh, so okay. So you can prove that Dr. Ben's a Muslim by going off of hearsay from Reggie. That's what you're saying.
No, I didn't say Dr. Ben was a Muslim.
Yes, you did say Dr. Ben was a Muslim.
Wow, look at that.
I said he took a Shahada and he was a Muslim, but he threw it away.
You never said that. You said Dr. Ben was a Muslim when I asked you to verify what a halal funeral is. You started talking about Dr. Ben, and Sanetta corrected you and said, why are you bringing up Dr. Ben? He's not a Muslim. And you said he is a Muslim. That's right. What happened. Come on. Yo, Mike, you know you recorded, right? You know you recorded. Yeah, exactly. You said halal. You said halal funeral, bro.
All of these people, fam, Brother Polight.
You said halal burial, bro.
People are wanting to ask the same questions I'm asking you.
You said halal.
People in the chat.
People are rolling in the chat from you saying halal burial. That's what they're laughing at. They're laughing because they never heard no shit.
But they're not laughing. They're laughing at that, but they're not laughing at your greatest guru being funeralized in a Christian church, and you wasn't even there.
Yeah, because that means something to you. But guess what? I put bread up for it. Yeah,
you go pay your respects to him.
Yeah, I paid my respects literally. I sent bread because I couldn't make it. So it happens. It happens. And guess what? And guess what? You can't if you believe that way that he was sent off goes against our spiritual disposition, then why would you be mad or ridicule me for not showing up to something that contradicts my spiritual disposition? Why wouldn't you say, well, Polight, why hold on, let me finish. Why wouldn't you say, well, you know what, since that's not even in conformity with Brother Polight's spiritual disposition, and Polight didn't show up, but he did send something there in his regards, why should you mock, condemn, or ridicule me? So what I'm saying is this, brother. You guys want to make all the rules for everybody else, but y'all don't have no demonstration of the very rules you're trying to give to everybody else. There's no Hebrew demonstration that I can reference of the things you're demanding of us. we don't see y'all doing it yourselves. So what the hell are you talking about? The only thing you managed to say was you're demanding that the Kemetic community get a halal burial. We ain't never heard of no such thing until Michael Edwards got on the phone. I'm trying to Google this shit. I'm trying to Google halal funerals. Every time I keep seeing food come
just
up,
means something that's bad. That's not good. He know that, Polight.
that nigga made that shit up to try to make Kemetic people look bad. And then he tried to tell me, no, I'm not done talking. Nah, you done. We're going to get you right there. Halal burial. Finish breaking down how halal burial works. Finish breaking that down.
Let me respond to you. Okay. Here's a better word since you don't like the halal word. Haram. Very much against God and very much against actually your own confession. That's a better word. So throw halal away and use haram.
No, we want to use halal, bro, because that's what you said. You said halal.
Hold on, let me get it in, bro. Hold on. This is why I say, and it's not ridiculing, Brother Polight. I'm not ridiculing you or Dr. Ben. Don't think that, bro. I'm pointing this out to provoke you to jealousy so that y'all will actually do something meaningful in your community.
Yo, you need to do that in your Hebrew community, bro, because you don't give a damn about the Kemetic community, so we're not taking advice from you about how to deal with any of our situations, bro.
That's okay.
You constantly disrespect the Kemetic community, so nobody wants your advice that you don't even fulfill yourself when it comes to this. What you should do, you should tell us how y'all do what y'all do. That's what you should do. Tell us how the Hebrews send their family off. What's the name of that guy that you... Hold on. What's the name of the guy whose name you don't know that left somewhere that you don't know about, that was buried somewhere that you can't identify? Finish that story up. Finish that scenario. Give us that guy name.
Watch this. Check this answer out. As we relate in Kemet, your studies in your system, the priests in Kemet were proficient in not only funeral papyruses, but funeral ceremonies and even funeral preparation as relates to the body and the family. Now, that's not happening in the Kemet of today. And I say to you, that's a shameful representation, because if you and Sarnetta are all about burying yourselves, right, then you can't say that you are paralleling the Kemet priesthood. Brother Jabari calls himself a priest, but he's not making no papyruses, 60-foot long papyruses for the dead. He's not.
Brother, we got new technology out.
Hold on. He's not even making preparations for the dead, in the sense that the ancient Kemites gave so much respect to their dead, and even writing in the books. Now, I disagree with the writings of autofellatio and homosexuality and rape that's in y'all's text. But the fact of the matter is that's how y'all hold on, brother. Hold on.
Why you always
that's how y'all supposed to do in the modern day. You're not supposed to be perpetrating a fraud. You're riding in a Bentley and worrying about your own death, but your people got to go to the church because you didn't build a facility, and you're nice suit, amunere, senatumere. See, that's a bad representation of the word nice suit. You only care about yourself, and really, truly, that's the way the nice suits of the past operated.
That's right.
In that same bad representation, bro.
That's right.
The same bad representation.
All right, so let me ask you this. If we're operating the same way they operated of old, then what are we doing wrong?
You're not. I said you're not. I said they were prepared. They were
okay. So
you guys are not.
So everybody got buried just like the Nasut. Everyone in the kingdom was treated just like the Nasut when they got buried.
Of course not, brother.
Exactly. So stop. No, it's not set the tone, my nigga. Stop this. Everybody. Stop this, bro. Okay, you said your stuff. Everybody's not a king and everybody's not a queen. One of the you see, you guys in particular with that comic book you call the Bible, this way y'all mess up all the time. Y'all live in a fantasy world. Oprah Winfrey, Jay-Z, do they thing, right? So 100 years from now, when we do the research and talk about how great black people are, black people such as yourselves have a tendency to make everybody Oprah Winfrey and Jay-Z. So when we talk about ancient Egypt, you want to make everybody the king and the queens. You want to make everybody pharaoh. No, the whole world didn't live or exit by the same standard as those guys. That's first and foremost. So knock it off. Everybody didn't get buried just like the Nasut got buried. That's a lie. So knock it off. 2.
Okay, so now
Stop, my brother. Stop, my brother. I'm not done.
Go ahead.
As an American African of the diaspora, given certain circumstances, we're making do with what knowledge we have, with what people are in conformity with the information. You don't have to be realistic. I don't expect you to be. For the people that are listening out there, we expect you guys to be a little bit more realistic, suggesting to it, or presuming that you're not down with the comic book stories called the Bible. So those of you that are practical out here who know the whole community isn't in conformity with this knowledge. Like when I go to Thailand, over 90% of the people, including the government, are Buddhists. So that makes things a lot easier to follow through and execute your culture. When the government and the people, 90% thereof, are down with the same thing. The other 10% in small make up Christians, Muslims, and all these other religions. Over 90% make up
So you want me to
Buddhists.
help you with that, or you slowing down because you running out of information, or you want me to help you?
No, brother, I'm asking you to allow me to speak like I've been speaking the whole
Okay,
time.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
I
So what I'm saying is, if you go to Thailand, you're going to find that over 90% of the populace are Buddhists and the government is Buddhist. So there's no one in conflict with their religious rites or ceremonies as far as their eschatological dispositions, their funerary exits and all. They're not going to have an issue with that. When you are here in the hells of America, there will be an issue with it. And what I'm seeing in your argument that's very disingenuous is that you're asking things of the Kemetic community, which gives me an impression that you see us as greater than what your God can offer you. Because the criteria that you have for the Kemetic community is such a very high standard that it pales in comparison to the standard that you have for your own Hebrew Israelite community. Because you wouldn't dare ask any of the things you're asking for or from the Kemetic community of your own Hebrew Israelite community. So as I told you, I was forced to personalize the answer. And I said, when I go out, I'm going out in our fashion because I have more power. I said, hold on. I said, I have more power and control over that. I cannot speak for Dr. Ben and why he didn't make certain arrangements. And I said, we also have to consider that maybe he didn't put certain things into play because perhaps maybe his health caught up with him or got the best of him before then. I don't know. But what I do know is his family, like most families, play the biggest role when it comes to burying their king. When it comes to me, I can speak for myself, just like we did the burying of our placenta based on our own spiritual rites, just like we did the naming ceremony based on our own spiritual rites, just like how we didn't name our child. Most people name their child before the child is born. We don't do a gender reveal. We don't do none of that. We wait for our child to be born, and several days later, we decide to come up with a name for our child. I do it that way. We don't want our children born in the hospital. We do it that way. Many of you Hebrew Israelites is still born in the hospital, and your children are born in the hospital. I don't condemn you guys for that, but I know damn well that being born in a hospital has nothing to do with being a Hebrew Israelite, but y'all constantly ask Cesariak if his children born in a hospital. Ask Daniela if his children born in a hospital. You know what I'm saying? Ask Michael Edwards, I'm sure your children born in a hospital. So, bro, I'm not sitting here reprimanding you for being part of the system. I'm sitting here saying it is what it is, but what you're not going to do is dictate to a community you don't respect the way they need to do things based on your religious disposition that or your perspective of their culture. No, what I'm asking of you is, instead of coming off as a heckler, show us a demonstration other than the
hold on, Polight.
Real quick. Other than the nameless Hebrew Israelite you brought up, who had a ceremony somewhere, I presume in America, that you didn't identify, who was buried somewhere that you don't know. Can you give us any better demonstration of Israelites sending themselves off to another place under the auspice of the Hebrew Israelite culture. And if you cannot show us several instances, several communities, especially one that you held to or yield to, then please, my brother, do not tell us to take you serious. I got you. Do not tell us to take you serious and what we should be doing.
All right, that was rather long and that was rather cool. Okay, now listen to watch this. Oprah standard placenta, right? These are the three words that I want to talk to you about in my response. Oprah, I know something about Oprah being worthy of being a public figure. What I mean is when I was in Louisiana and I went through Hurricane Katrina, guess who looked out for me and thousands of other people in Southeast Louisiana? See, Oprah didn't do what you're doing. Oprah didn't say, well, I'm going to live and I'm going to eat and I'm going to die and I'm going to be buried the way I want.
Yo, Mike, he didn't ask you that question, bro. How come you can never get a straight answer, man?
Let me get mine in.
Never get a straight answer from y'all.
Stop. Please. Oprah didn't say what you said you were going to do concerning you and yours. Oprah says, I'm going to be selfless and I'm going to give millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to people I don't know because they are my people. And I was a beneficiary of that. I'm a Katrina survivor. So when I'm talking about people that are leaders and they're being qualified and worthy, I know what I'm talking about. I'm saying you wouldn't be willing to do that at all, not even for your own people, much less black people in a whole. That's the Oprah section. The placenta section is, again, I don't want to be disrespectful, and I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I'm going to simply say this. There is no placenta that has crossed the plane of that should be disrespected. Listen, that should be disrespected.
Don't nobody want to listen to that shit, man. Who the fuck want to listen to that? You ain't talking about me. You're not answering the question, man. Don't nobody want to listen to that shit. If you ain't gonna answer the question, shut the fuck up. Just say you got that one. Answer the goddamn question, nigga. All you Hebrews go all around the fucking corner when somebody asks you a goddamn specific question. You gotta do all this other fuck shit. Answer the goddamn question.
I'm telling you, man.
Again, let me finish my point. Again, I was on the second point, the placenta. There is no placenta that is worth disrespecting, burying it in a public park where homeless people shit, piss, and live in. That is disrespectful. That's not what we do in our ancient culture. Here's the third part that has to do with what's called standard. You asked me about. What's the standard of funerary practice? What's the standard of communal belief for our community? It is the same from Christianity to Islam to Hebrewism. I just told you, ancient Kodesh practices cover from birth to death. You can find it in the Torah, even commanded that even men should not be left hanging on trees until the sun goes down. It gives deep detail about our Israelite culture. But I'm going to give you more of a standard that has to do with Islam, Christianity, and Hebrewism. None of us will ever come to Brother Polight when we die and say, you know what? We don't have a synagogue, a church, or a mosque to have facilitate our funeral. So what we need to do is we need to borrow your grave. No, we don't never do that. Why do we do that? Why don't we do that? Because of a communal practice that you see.
Yo, Sal, do you hear him saying anything about
No, that's what I'm waiting on you to like cut this nigga off. Because he ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, he's still bullshitting. Where or how does the Hebrews bury their own? You talking all
this what you asked him, man. This nigga
talking all this shit. All he's doing, he's trying to sneak this and say certain things to get a certain emotion out of a nigga. He's trying to sneak this and say little slick shit. But I'm not going to go for it because I'm reading the chat and everybody is saying Michael Edwards is being disrespectful. Everybody is saying that. Everybody sees clearly all of that where dogs piss and shit and that. Everyone sees clearly what he's trying to do.
He can't answer the question, Polight. And that's what these Hebrews do. They got to go around and they overtalk you because they don't got no fucking answers to it. And so when you ask them a specific question, they got to go all around the world before they even attempt to try to answer the damn question.
This nigga talk all this shit, and at the end of the day, he couldn't give us one breakdown of what Hebrews are doing today to bury their own.
Yeah, so let me say this real quick.
Yeah, man.
Keith.
Yeah, he's trolling. He's definitely trolling.
Keith Jackson. He said, my aunt is fake. So I want to ask Keith Jackson, what do he suppose my aunt is? What do he thought my aunt was?
He's talking to somebody in the chat.
Because when they say my aunt is fake, so I'm saying, what do they think my aunt is? Or what did he thought my aunt was? You know, because we don't say my aunt is the ultimate God up in the cloud somewhere. No, nigga, we don't deal with that. That's what y'all do. You see? So you're questioning us based off of your own spooky ass mind, thinking that we're gonna put my aunt in a spooky mind.
Yeah, right. Why you don't come into the chat room and have a real conversation? Set his phone thing.
Hold on, Polight. So when you say where do I come from, we simply tell you from the mind of man. It come out of man's mind. That's all. Nothing else. Nothing spooky. You the one that puts spooky shit on your life, on your shit. We don't do that.
I'm online. Yo, I'm telling Michael Edwards he need to get online, and I want him to break down why Sinetta and Brother Polight. Hold on, real quick. I want him to break down why Sinetta and Polight should be funding other people's funerals.
Yeah, but Polight, I ain't got that much time because 8 o'clock I got 20 minutes, so we could get back on Polight and
yeah, we do that at different time. Let's set the day up so he could break down why Sinetta and Brother Polight should be paying for other black people's funerals.
Right. We're gonna do that tomorrow. Tell them tomorrow.
I want to talk about it. Set it up, bro.
You a sick nigga, right?
Tell them tomorrow.
Yo, every time Mike talk, one thing I can say, every time Mike talk, we don't know what the hell he gonna say. And it's always some off the wall shit, man. Now this nigga want us to pay for black people's funerals. That's what he wants to do.
But it's always enlightening, and it's to provoke you guys to action. That's what I'm doing, bro.
Man, you need to provoke your Hebrew community to action. Why your Hebrew community ain't listening to you? Why do you think we all listen to you? Your own people don't listen to you.
Who don't listen to me?
Show me a Hebrew burying. Show me a Hebrew doing any of the stuff you talking about out the Bible. That's burying their family. What's the name of that guy that had no name? Hold on. What's the name of that guy that had no name? Where's the place that the ceremony went that got no name? Where's the cemetery that you don't know?
That was a good question.
Yeah.
Can I answer that one?
No, because you ain't gonna answer it.
Nah, he ain't gonna answer it. We ain't falling for that again. We're gonna talk to you later, Mike. We're gonna set up the debate.
I'll tell you why.
Oh shit, my phone battery on 2%.
I'll tell you why. You want to know why?
I do, but the phone now it's on 1%.
Yeah, the phone dying for like.
Yeah, shit died, Mike. Sorry.
The phone died out,
Yo, this dude mentioned. I said, yo, show me a Hebrew that's doing this shit, burying themselves and leaving this world on a Hebrew level. This nigga said there's a guy named such and such, and they did a ceremony at a certain place. And I'm like, yo, where he buried him at? That don't matter, but where's the cemetery? I don't know. Like, yo, bro, what the fuck? So basically, you making this shit up. You the only one that know about this shit. Out of everybody he could have mentioned, he mentioned a nameless man at a place that's yet to be identified who was buried somewhere he doesn't know.
Damn.
This nigga Mike full of shit. Yo, but I'm gonna tell you what make them mad. What make them mad, he's not mad that, oh, Dr. Ben got buried by way of Christians that had the legal right to conduct the burial. He's not mad about that, bro. He's mad that so much people showed up. He's mad that Dr. Ben got his name on the street. Where's the Hebrew Israelite whose name is on the street?
That's right. There you go.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, but he ain't gonna talk about how the community got that done for him. Come on, man. You know how many years a person got to die before they get the name of a street? Dr. Ben got that relatively fast.
Hell yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna look at the highlights. And that's why I said, yeah, we shouldn't talk to him but so long about this, because he's trying to make a mockery of what's going on. And we know you sneak dissing. You trying to make us see all sorts of negative things going on with his passing, but there's a lot of positive things that's been going on with his passing.
Polight, brother asks you, do you still have New Covenant?
Yes, we do. Definitely do.
Okay.
Definitely still got it. But yo, I wanna do that debate with Michael Edwards, and I want him to explain.
Man, we gotta fucking ragdoll this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I want to be in on it. Polight, I want to be in on it. So let's get Michael Edwards and Black Jesus.
Yeah, his student. Let's get his student.
This shit is gonna be hilarious, brother.
And I'm gonna tell you why. We gotta start this whole conversation off.
Yeah.
Why Sarnetta and Polight need to pay for people's funerals. Right. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Right. Yeah.
Yo, we supposed to be paying for it.
Because let me tell you too, Polight, these two nuts, Black Jesus, these two fucking nuts, Black Jesus and Michael Edwards is his student, man, they represent all of the Hebrew Israelites. They are the smartest out of all the Hebrews. That's what they always tell you. Michael Posen know how to read Hebrew. Michael will tell you every time you read the English version of the Bible, that's not what it means. But then when you might as well throw that shit in the garbage. No, don't throw it away. So why keep the English version and get people's minds stuck on it? And then when they get older, Polight, tell them it don't mean that. And they've been believing in this shit all day life.
That's a fact.
And then you say, no, brother, you got to read the Hebrew. So, nigga, throw this shit in the garbage. Throw it away.
Throw it in the garbage. Throw the whole thing in the trash.
Don't make the people have to learn it all over again. So, yeah, I think we got to get Michael Edwards and his teacher, Black Jesus Minister. That's why Michael sounds so damn crazy today. Now we know Black Jesus Minister is his teacher. You know?
That's a fact.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that'll be hilarious. That will be good.
Yo, that shit is hilarious. I'm like, come on, man. We know you don't. You know, it ain't like we talking to somebody who has respect for the Kemetic community. We know he disrespects the community. He always throwing that homosexual stuff and everything in the air. So that's why I'm like, yo, bro, we don't want to really entertain this conversation, but for so long, because you fronting. We know you disingenuous. We know you're not really concerned about the way we bury our
Yo, Savage, don't do that, brother. Nah, don't put that nigga shit there. What you doing, my brother Savage Reese? Don't put that nigga shit up in there. Don't put that nigga shit up in there, brother, please. I know that was a mistake. I forgive you, brother, but don't throw that nigga shit up in there.
Yeah, man, but you know,
I used to think he was a smart and cool Hebrew. To me, now he's right in the bag with the dumbest Hebrew on the planet. To me, Mike has joined that group. He's the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. Damn. He joined that group.
Damn,
and he deserved that. He deserved that. So I don't give a fuck if the nigga make 100 videos. Promote me, nigga. That's all. Promote me.
That's right. Yo, then dude comes on, his first thing. That's why I'm saying you could tell, you know, his whole world revolves around, maybe I could rattle these people because he don't want to deal with the knowledge. He comes on, look at your hat. Hey, what kind of sweater you have on? Look, the neck is too big on the sweater. And da-da-da-da. I'm like, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't with these people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, why would that be the first thing you want to say when you first start speaking? But I get it. Then he want to talk about the placenta. Yo, why would you put it in a public park or da-da-da? For the people that love saying something negative all the damn time, let me explain something. The tree where we buried the placenta at happens to be the place where my wife did all her yoga training, her coherent heart breathing exercises while the baby was in the womb. We have every right to want to plant the placenta, plant the plant and bury the placenta in a place that is significant to our relationship and the coming forth of our child. So telling us where we should do it at is non-cipher because my wife and I have a connection because we always went to that park from the time that our daughter was conceiving. we always went to that particular tree for her to do her breathing exercises, for her to do her stretching, for her to do her Kegel exercises, her pelvic exercises, to make sure that she will be able to give birth to the child without hurting herself. Okay? So there's exercises that conceiving women should do to strengthen the muscles to make sure childbearing can be as easy, effective, and efficient as possible. We did it over there by that tree. So it's about the significance of that area. That's what it's about. That's all. Because we can go a step further and say, well, black people was brought here in America and enslaved. We don't want to have nothing to do with America. We don't want to bury nothing here. We can say all of that. But the people talking all this crazy talk, your children were born in hospitals. That's worse than me burying the damn placenta somewhere that you think, oh, a dog is going to come by and he's going to pick. First of all, dogs urinating is a part of nature. Okay? Dogs defecating is a part of nature. It's buried in the ground, people. The placenta's in the earth. I'm not going to feel away if a dog happened to come somewhere and urinate in the ground and put something back into nature. It doesn't bother us. It's about the symbolism of that particular place. Because in that locale, my wife and I shared great moments preparing for the child while she was in the womb. That's why we picked it.
All right, Polight, say, please, I got to go, man. I got 15 minutes to get the show. I want to go do something right quick.
All right, my brother. Peace to you.
Brother. We're going to get Michael ass tomorrow.
All right, brother. Peace.
All right, peace.